know underdogs turning to legends. I came from nothing, I had to work with it. I ain't have a whole lot, I had to work with it. I invest everything, come from the dirt with it. To be honest, I don't even know what I'm worth, niggas. And I get high to balance my lows. Got problems I ain't had before.
Welcome to High Style Sundays. Y'all know what's going on. We down here at Dream Factory, the exclusive lounge and studios. You know we got that little book on deck. You know we got pre-flight in the building. And I got my guy, Toni Drakon, down
Yes,
here.
yes.
Man,
This is nice. I like
appreciate you
this.
coming down here for real.
I like this.
Appreciate that.
Appreciate y'all inviting me.
Of course,
And
of course,
support,
of course.
support, support.
There's a
Don't
lot,
cost nothing.
there's a lot of things going on in the city.
Yeah.
A lot of emotion for everybody right now. But for everybody that doesn't know, what you're about, what you get into, who you are, let them know real quick.
Um, my name is Toni Drakon. Y'all either heard the name or y'all seen me around. Been in the music industry since '97. Um, Mr. Kevin Lyles helped me get into it. So this was Kevin Lyles. Um, we're doing promotion and marketing in the music industry, fashion design and everything. But when Kevin and them left Def Jam, I left Def Jam. I went over to the Rockefeller and I stayed over there for a minute. And then we already know what happened over there. So I left the music scene for a minute. It just wasn't the same um, as before. A lot of politics and everything started. It was politics in it, but a lot of politics just started creeping in, and it didn't make the music scene or hip hop like fun anymore, and it didn't have any substance. So I just moved away from it. I kept arm distance, you know what I'm saying, because that's all I was ever around. But it's it's still not the same. I guess it's just because it came up in a different genre than what's going on now. I don't knock. I used to not like the new hip hop, but then I had to look at it and see that hip hop is a changing generation wise. So just like our music, we didn't like our parents' music. So I know I'm not gonna like my kids' music or anything, but I stopped that because um, these people that's in hip hop, they need their fans, whether we like the music or not. So I just go, whatever song is just not for me. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, yo, that's not for me. I never say, yo, like it's trash or something like that. Not going boastfully into it, a dog and an artist. Some music is trash, but you know what I'm saying? I just won't like dog it. So I just got to a point is that's like it's music and everybody got their own picks and you just gotta evolve around it. So now um I have two artists. One artist I don't consider him my artist. It's my brother. His name is Todd Brown. Um, he's cousin. His cousin is Paul Kane. If anybody know hip hop, it's Paul Kane. His other cousin is Fab, which Paul Kane's is Fab brother. Our relationship is it go beyond music. He'll tell people I'm his manager. I don't like it. I just whatever he need
Yeah.
to make it things happen with his music career and his path. I'm there. But I did pick up one artist because one of my partners and friends wanted to enter into the music business, which I really didn't want to. Um, but he's a friend, and I say, yo, we're gonna do this. And her name was Miami Mills. She's a native from Southeast DC, and so last year we put out a lukewarm single. It got played, it buzzed and everything. It was called "Tuck Your Summer In," and which had a Kanye feature on it. And we just dropped another song, "Come Back Home," featuring Notorious Big. Is a remake of Monifa's "Come Back." So That's where we at now. So it creeping back into the music thing. I'm still not liking it because the DJs get on my nerves, especially the record labels get on my nerves. It's just a whole lot of stuff that you got to have patience and time with. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, okay, okay. Now, if you could take it back for us, like, what was it like, back in the beginning days when you first started in the music scene?
Yo, it's to take you back, and I'll probably show my age. I think it's when Run DMC filmed Who's House, and when I saw these guys, it was like gods. You know what I'm saying? And that's when it really fell into hip hop. Coming into it and working at Def Jam, you was that time it was Def Jam was unstoppable. It was the force because it had two rosters. You know what I'm saying? Two starting fives, a bench. Each team got their bench,
Yeah,
but they had a bench, and a bench. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So it was just a time in a moment where hip hop proved that it wasn't going nowhere, and it proved that it was a moneymaker. You know what I'm saying? It had its accolades in it, the good and the bad, just like everything else. But I think during those times, people that was working in the industry and still in the industry would tell you that it was the best time from like probably '97 to 03 or '04 was like, yeah, the golden years. Because anything before '97 was just it was preparation. They, is new. You don't know how to handle it. You don't know how to market it yet. You just know a lot of young kids love it. You know what I mean? So by '97, you had Puff teach us how to maneuver it into markets and make money into it. Everything going on, but yeah, man, it's just one of those times that you really can't relive again. You just got
yeah.
memories and stories.
So, with you saying that, with how the music is today, how the whole industry and everything is today, what comparisons, like, what what has changed, in your
Um,
eyes?
the substance and the music definitely has changed. Um, I just noticed like last week, like we went from 4 minute records down to like 2 minute records. You know what I mean? They would give you a verse and a chorus, and that's it. Um, the money is definitely more. The payout money is definitely more, but the raping of the artist is still there. That's really not going away. But artists today have a little bit more leverage than they did back in the days. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't need the label, but then you do. But you can do all right without the label if you got a good team, if you got money invested in you, and you got a good campaign. You can have many labels come to you, and you stand your court, and you hold court of what you want. Um, and the shift in the game is as far as the women are definitely taking a forefront into this. And into back then, when we only had like a few of them, and record labels wasn't signed to a lot of females. You know what I'm saying? You had to really, really have something for them to sell, to talk about, and the image and everything. But now, like, yo, these chicks they more marketable than the dudes are.
Right. And what do you feel like, as you have two artists? So what do you feel like the challenges are? Because it seems like you have two artists that maybe in the same path almost,
Hmm.
trying to reach the same goal, but they're still in the same different. They're two different types of artists. What's
Well,
that like?
first of all, both of them Sagittarius, and they give me a headache. That's the one thing.
Uh,
But
okay.
Working with him, Ty is a little bit more seasoned than Miami is because of his music background and who who his cousins are. So he's in the forefront. He knows exactly how to move, what needs to be done, and everything. Miami just came home, so she is jumping into this. So it's still a learning process and a sculpture, the sculpture into an artist. A few things she got like like a show. Her shows is amazing. She know how to put on a show and everything. We just have to work on like her delivery of her rhymes and everything. And that's it. But with a male and a female artist is definitely more costly than a male artist, and definitely more emotional to deal with than males. You know what I'm saying? Males ain't they not high maintenance. You know what I'm saying? And when I say high maintenance, I don't mean that in a derogatory way. Like with female, you have to take care of her like she's your mom, your sis, your daughter. You have to make sure she's okay because if her mental isn't right, nothing is going to be right. You know what I'm saying? With a male, if his mental ain't right, like he just ain't going to do no music. You know what I mean? But everything is going to stay the same. The female mental, everything around it is going to be in turmoil unless she's mentally stable. So you have to take care of that as a manager and an artist and as a team. Yeah.
And as a manager, if you can elaborate a little bit, you said, how you have to you spend money to make sure they're, comfortable so they can have that good mindset. You do what you have to do. Basically, you're doing what you have to do.
Yeah.
So, or because there's a lot of managers out here.
Yeah, you know what? I'm glad you said that because I'm going to put together for my show. We're going to put together a special edition and get a lot of managers and have a panel.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
let me tell y'all all this something. Your managers is not your babysitter. They're not your investor. Some might invest, but they're not your investor. They're not your caretaker. You know what I'm saying? They are there to provide you a path so you can get income and they can get income. They are there to make sure that the right um the right moves are made for you and to make sure that your brand isn't damaged or stained by anything. It's to make sure that you stay profitable and relevant. Everything else that you think a manager is no. They not. You know what I'm saying? You have to do your research on with a manager because a lot of artists have misconstrued information or understanding what a manager does. We are here to guide your path and your career to make sure that you get paid, to make sure I get paid, to make sure you stay on top, stay out of trouble, you know what I'm saying, and make sure that you are a profitable artist at the end of the day.
So, saying that, take me through the experience. I'm a new artist, and you just signed me. What can I expect?
Um, First of all, I go back to the drawing board of the artist development, which the labels have cut that out. You know what I'm saying? They cut that out. They have bullshit A&R. They have bullshit A&Rs. A&Rs don't do their job. You know what I'm saying? They just sitting there getting a check. So what we do is we go back to the drawing board of the image, the music, the promo runs, the marketing, and I teach them that the marketing is the biggest thing overall. Like all I tell them to do is just make the music. You know what I mean? And we sit down and we figure out how to market different tracks, where we're gonna put them at, and everything. Um, the tours, getting them on tours, and getting them prepared for this because a lot of artists are getting signed and then they just thrown out there. You know what I'm saying? They learning stuff along the way. Um, Over here, like I'm season, Ty season, and we just trying to get Miami ready and let her know because like she used to be frustrated when she sent the song back and be like, yo, nah, that's not it. You gotta do it over. Like she don't understand that part. Like you're not that good to be doing a one take like Jay. Sometimes yo, you have to be in the studio for 5 or 6 hours to get a song right. So she's become better with that, you know what I'm saying? And her craftsmanship has become better since we hooked up since last year. So it's the thing of making your artists stay in the loop of things and putting them in things, and to make sure like their brand and their name ain't misconstrued with certain stuff, because you don't want them, you don't want to put them everywhere, you don't want to put them on every feature and everything, so you just have to be cautious of how you do it.
Okay, okay. And now, what like what have you seen? I know there's a lot of ups and downs, and especially with managing the artist, it's a lot you go through. So, what have you seen you can always go back to for you personally, and it put you right back on track?
um i guess I guess just dealing with the music industry period, from the labels to the DJs, to get them to work the record and everything, because like I tell her and I tell any artist, like no one goes into a studio and we say, yo, we're gonna make a hit record today. No, you make the record a hit. You don't make a hit record, you make the record a hit. That means you have to go out and you have to hit everyone. You have to make the record, run the record. I at least tell people like a good 4 months. Don't keep making a whole bunch of music and putting it all out at once. Like, it's good because it's good content, but make it and save it. Spoon feed people. Don't overfeed them, because then they get tired by the time you want to really release something. You know what I'm saying? So in moderations, give them a different video, give them a different song or something like that. You know what I mean? Not just keep throwing it out there, and get your artists involved in everything from video game scores, music scores, the films. I'm not going to say I just don't like reality TV, so I'm not going to say put your artists in that. You know what I'm saying? Even though some artists have made it happen for themselves,
Yeah,
but me personally, I wouldn't do it. Miami wants to do it. I'm against it. Ty definitely. He's like, yo, we had a meeting with Mona Scott. He said, no, I don't want to do no love and hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So it's it goes beyond the music away. It's like yo, music placements and everything else, because like I tell everybody, is you're not going to make a lot of money off the music. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like this: Dre, Puffy, and Jay, the ate everything. Whatever was left, Wayne, Nicki, and Drake took. So what's on that table ain't too much. You know what I'm saying? So you got to go get money everywhere else besides music, because it's not that much. You know what I mean? So you want to be in everything, and use the music as a stepping stone for everything else. Because majority, if you go on that Forbes hip hop cash list, majority of everybody's money comes from everywhere else but music. It just isn't,
facts.
yeah, it just isn't there like that.
So, what do you see as or what do you hope? What's your overall hope for your artist?
Me
How you see?
personally, I just want to see him on that and I tell them I just want to see him on that Hot 97 Summer Jam.
Yeah,
And people think like, yo, that's a crazy thing, but you just don't understand. Of course, I want them to be rich and be superstars. That'll happen, but that Hot 97 Summer Jam stage is the thing. If you're from New York, you know getting invited to there and being on that stage is like an ultra. It's like almost performing at the Grammys for hip hop.
right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
And through all my years, I've been backstage, I've been in the crowd, I've been on stage, and it's just a feeling. So to have your artists and your family on that stage, that's my ultimate goal. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't about the money or anything like that. It's just being on that stage during the summer in, in front of like 50 or 70,000 people. You know what I'm saying? And all of them, they rock into your song.
Right. That's tough. That's tough. And now, we know you got the manager. I know you got other roles you play as well. The manager does a lot
Yeah.
behind the scenes. But what else can we find you doing besides managing the artists?
Um, I got a catering, which I started during the pandemic,
Okay.
and then when I told people, they had laughed. I was like, "Yo, you gonna start cooking plates?" Yeah. It's like, "Yo, these chicks be making plates. Yo, and their plates be looking garbage, and they be selling." It's like, "Yo, I know how to cook. People that know me know I know how to cook." So, yo, I started cooking, and y'all did the menus, we did the logos, trademarks, and everything, all during the pandemic, and then it took off. So it became something that I couldn't do on my own. So I put my aunt on. She's a partner. I got a food truck that I gave to a close friend of mine that just came home from the feds. He just finished 21, and he know how to cook. And it ain't just jail food. Like he knows how to cook.
Yeah.
So we run the food truck together. But mostly he got it. That got two clothing lines, and I'm working on a clothing line now that I probably launch out today, either today or this week. Is more of a subtle attire, like summer wear, like casual shirts and casual shorts and stuff like that. And I stepped on the boards for a minute because I did Miami's. Well, I helped did a Tucker Summer, but I did um come back home. Executive produced that with V from over at Power Studios, J Power and and um and I helped direct the video itself, which I collab with Alvin Gray. He's a film director from here. He got three movies out right now. So I asked him, could we collab on the video? He came out, he did it, filmed it, we executed it and knocked it out. Um, so mainly, they the things that I have on the side, but my main bread and butter is like, yo, I do promotion and campaigning for companies that like they don't know how to get like black dollars, but with that I showed them how to do it, but in return I showed them how to give back, like, take all the dollars from the community and don't do nothing else. You know what I'm saying? So it's a plug situation with that. So that's my biggest thing is my promotion and marketing, because I do a lot of that for artists and anybody that got like a budget, but mostly people that's coming up. I mostly work with them. You know what I'm saying? Because I know everybody ain't got a budget, but if it's a company, yeah, I definitely send them an invoice real quick.
Right.
Yeah,
I don't blame you on that.
yeah, I send them an invoice real quick, like, yo, this how much it's gonna do. But if it's somebody that I see that got potential
Yeah.
and they working, because if you ask me, I'm gonna give you 175%. I am going to outwork you. I am, but you got to show me at least you going to do 125 of the work. You know what I mean? So if I see that in them and everything, and some people I don't reach out to, some people reached out to me. I was like, yo, let's work. But if you bullshit and everything, and you just want to say let's work and this and that, and you're not really committed, I don't really bother with it. You know what I mean? I'll know firsthand even before we even touch down to start doing anything.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's real. Like that. Now, I know you've given a lot of free game, a lot of free advice, good advice too. But what could be like? What would be your ultimate advice to up and coming managers that see how you handle your arts and they're trying to build their own
Um,
team as well?
you gotta have tough skin, and don't look for a thank you all the time. You're not gonna get a not gonna get a thank you all the time. You know what I'm saying? You gonna be like the last person. Some days they gonna love you, some days they gonna hate you. But at the end of the day, you just gotta know, yo, it's business. It's never personal. Can't take it personal. And I always tell people like, yo, research. Do do your research and learn the management shit from contracts to fees to laws, all of that. Know all of that before you step into it because it could cost you and it could cost your artist. You know what I'm saying? You don't want that at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So to definitely know the paperwork of what's going on out here. Like research, like yo, if you got time to watch Netflix or football game, you got time, yo, sit down and read how paperwork works from signing to endorsement deals to sponsorships to going in the clubs because like artists have just had a big thing like with Gorilla. Like you gotta understand like these promoters when they book your artist, it's, it's different fees. You got a hosting fee, you got a walkthrough fee, you got a performance fee. But then you got some of these promoters, they be on dumb shit and they'll promote it like the artist's gonna perform when they only paid for a host or a walkthrough. You know what I'm saying? So then when the artists come there, they do like an hour or so and they about to leave, people like, oh, I thought she was performing, da da da. Now they look bad. You know what I'm saying? So like, you got to watch out for stuff like that.
Yeah, that's real. That's real. A lot of people, there's a lot of new managers almost every day. Trying
Yeah.
to new artists every day.
And then
So
you have them no, but it ain't just them because you have some artists that they want managers, but they don't want to listen.
yeah,
They just want to say, yo, oh, I got a manager or talk to my man, but you don't listen to your man. Yo, your manager is not there to steer you wrong. Your manager is there to steer you right. So if you don't want to listen, you just keep doing things on your own, then you don't need a manager. You know what I'm saying? Some people just want a manager like a trophy thing, an arm trophy. And it's dead ass. Like,
yeah, you ain't.
yo, they don't want to listen.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's definitely true. Um, I know you got a lot going on, but you can let us know any upcoming events, or I know you got an event coming
Yes.
up too. So let us know any
the the,
upcoming
the
events or
biggest
anything
event
else.
right now
Right.
that coming up is called the Sneak Her
Okay.
Kicksella. It is a all female performance show. We raise money for Mother's Day. We usually have it during March with the Her Showcase because March is an international month of women. But we decided for the Sneak Her because the Sneak Her and my Her Show two different shows. The Sneak Her we're gonna have for Mother's Day, and we're gonna help out raise money, and we're gonna help out a few moms for the month. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I said, it's an all female performance. Vendors is male or females, but guys, it's all females. That's what the logo her means. It's just women.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's a good thing, and it's two things that I love. Is I love female artists, and there's all types of artists. We got R&B, we got pop, we got hip hop, performing, spoken words, emotional speakers.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So they'll come out. The vendors is all genders. All the vendors could come out,
Where's
and
it
the
gonna be?
design. Huh?
Where's it go? Where's the location?
It's going to be well. We back at the War Memorial Building,
Okay.
right downtown Baltimore, across the street from City Hall. I was trying to take it this year to DC because we're trying to go like each state and do it, but The guy that runs the Howard Theater got back to me late. I had already went back to the War Memorial, so we might do something later on the year for it in DC. So yes, we down there. The venues is open to everybody. We asking for black. I think it's important that we support black designers because after I don't really think people really understand like the chaos with Kanye and these fashion houses. You know what I'm saying? And how they could do us at the end of the day and why we need our own. So like Adidas right now is thinking about redoing the contract with Kanye because now they done lost $1.3 billion and they're sitting on $5 billion. With no, they lost $1.3 billion. And they sitting on I think like $5 million worth of shoes right now that they can't sell. So now they rethinking about let's do the contract and everything. I understand. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people, being at Def Jam out in Rockefeller, I was seeing Kanye. Um, I wasn't about to cancel Kanye. And I know that, I know Kanye is a mental thing with him. But I also know Kanye is smart. And Kanye showed us of what these people can do and how they do run the world and what they can do. And it did it right in front of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you lost $1 billion in a week's time messing with them. You know what I mean? So it's important. It's very, very important to me that we do our own. But we so programmed to be with them. We programmed to buy luxury goods and designer this and that. Like we don't want to. We don't even want to buy. We got black designers. We don't even want to. We don't even want to support our black designers. And if he asks for a $200 for a T-shirt, we look at him crazy. Because you don't have no problem of giving, us art gallery, you know what I'm saying? You don't have no problem giving them $500 for a hoodie with no issue. You don't go in the store and say nothing, but you got a problem with Batman when he says something. You don't know the work that went into that shirt for him to ask for $200. So I think the thing, not think, the thing is to be deprogrammed of what we've been programmed to do, and that's we buy stuff to impress us. Because white people don't really care about none of that. You got a few white people that want to do all design, but they the super rich one. The typical white person, they want stacking their money, making sure the kids straight and everything, and they go to college and their wealth trickle down. You know what I mean? But us, we too busy at the end of the week. We want to buy sections. We want about hookahs. We worry about a Chanel purse or dudes want the Louis shoes. Like all of that is too what we've been programmed to do, and it's really a self-esteem thing because you feel like if you got these things, you're in a good place or you're better than somebody. Nah, nobody really cares about that. I went and I really I've been knowing this, but it really hit me when I went with my partner one day, and he's a white boy. His name Maddie, and I went with him to see his pops. He invited us out with a couple of friends. Like they multi millionaires. So they had this AMG yacht. It's no speedboat. I asked him Maddie, and I'm like, how much that? Come on. So Maddie like, oh, it's only around. First of all, don't say only, because rich people say only. I'm not rich, so just give me a basic price of how much it cost. So he's like, oh yeah, it's 7.5 mil. They sitting around discussing business moves or where to move their money to generate more money, and then they talking about afterwards what type of yacht they purchasing. I'm hanging with niggas that's worrying about, we need to get these bottles this weekend. We need to fuck this person and that person. the conversation is, if you don't believe, the conversations is different when you change your circle.
Yeah.
It's not the same. You know what I'm saying? So that's our mindset of no, just studying and flexing. Their mindset is on millions. So everybody in their family is straight for years to come. And I just want us to be deprogrammed to do that.
That's real. That's real. That's real. That's real. Man, I really appreciate you pulling up on me today.
Thank you. I appreciate this.
It's always going to be a great time. High Style Sundays.
Yes.
Man, tell everybody where they can follow you.
You find me at the Funds Unlimited group. Just type it in, everything comes up. You know what I'm saying? IG, TikTok, Facebook, all that. You find me on there. You know what I'm saying? Don't be scared to book us for. We got good food. We're gonna feed you. You know what I'm saying? And I got clothes. My friends got clothes. Put it on your back. You know what I mean? So it doesn't hurt to support your own. You know what I mean? So yeah, let's just get together, man, because we definitely need the support.
Ain't nothing better than support. I hear it firsthand from my guy Tony. Man, I really appreciate you pulling up and we
I
making this
thank you. I
happen.
thank you for this.
Man, of
Thank you,
course,
my
of
God.
course, of course,
This is
of course.
listen, y'all. Y'all need to look. If they book y'all want to come here, make sure y'all do it, man. This is a nice setup in here. It's really nice. Y'all gotta come down here. They got the vape over there. Y'all do the vape. I don't do vape. They try to give me a drink. I don't drink, but we got some nice liquor right here. You know what I mean? So make sure y'all that don't drink. Look, it's not 1942. All right, it's black owned. You could drink this and get drunk just the same as the white liquor. It's no different. All right, so stop this the madness and support the own. And if your liquor store don't have it, tell your liquor store to get it. They got everything else they selling in your hood. They in your hood, so they should sell black liquor. You know what I mean? Go to the black boutiques. There's a black boutique down the street by Sunny, the dopest. Go in there, support her. You don't have to keep going to Fendi or Gucci, and she got nice stuff down there too. We have stuff. Stop it.
Yeah, y'all here, y'all here. Get them, get your wallets out.
Yeah,
Go shop a little bit. Keep it black.
keep it.
Keep it
I
in the
like that.
neighborhood. You know what I'm
That
saying?
should be the motto. Keep it black.
There you go.
Like that.
There you go.
Y'all heard it first.
All right.
You said it put it up. Hashtag keep it black. I like
There you go.
that.
And my guy in the field, we had the Dream Factory exclusive lounge and studios. We got LaBoca on deck. Pre-flight is here, and I
Yes.
appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you, my guy.